I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the high up. These they come from the cause. We different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes. I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons. Really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as divider, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta show your been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete. Your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the high up. These they come from the cause. We different.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Now Purdy. That's to the running back, Dylan Sampson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Purdy from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Setting up the screen for Sampson. And the Texans scoop it. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
Looking to put a drive together.
All right.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Through the middle of the field. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone is a 49er touchdown. Dylan Sampson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that's pretty good coverage coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Stroud to throw it. Another one caught by Collins. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 41, this is second and a yard.
Here we go. 18. Let's go.
Mix it up the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of one quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. It's a tight game here early. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
On the quick, right? 18. What's up?
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Stroud off the play fake. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a second and 10.
All right.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
18. What's that?
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and goal, Houston.
the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Already.
And down his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got to chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Purdy now to throw. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Purdy. He'll swing this out to Sampson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
The career is more at stake when you win your prom. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some.
Get set, get set. Start.
They go play action here. Purdy. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Dylan Sampson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. On for the extra point is Folk. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 18. Okay.
And Stroud now to throw. To the left side, finds his receiver roll. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In motion right, that's Collins. Again, it's Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18. Heads up, heads up. We go, boy.
Back to throw, Purdy. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're taking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Purdy off the play fake. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Sampson, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the lead.
You know, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go, let's go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Houston.
Now Stroud. And this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Oh, Tony.
In motion right, that's Collins. Stroud looking to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Texans.
Here goes Stroud again. Pass complete to Dell. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they trail here in this Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Houston. Sam Laporta, 47 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Purdy looking to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian Watson, 57 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Dangerous return man showing it here.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Stroud. That's over the middle into the hands of Noel. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
They need 2. Here's third down.
All right.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here we go. 18.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing now is Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Stroud to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Sampson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 61. The culmination of the season and the crowning of a champion after the 4th quarter, which is coming up next.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get this point.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the 49ers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl.
Folk connects on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Texans 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now he'll tuck this and run. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. He could only get a yard after all that, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go, let's go.
Nixon will try the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, Parker, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw. Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brings up 3rd down.
The throwing again is Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
18. That's it.
Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 5. And the Texans 1st down.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Niners 9-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more. The quick slant caught. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Stroud now to throw. Locates Hardman for another catch. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Texans 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here now, 2nd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
Yellow. Yellow. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
They're going to look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Get set, get set.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Officer!
And they'll indeed take a knee. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
On the podium is Commissioner Goodell. He'll present the Lombardi Trophy to the San Francisco 49ers, champions of Super Bowl 61. So that wraps things up for another incredible season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for my partner Charles Davis, for Mike and Greg, Kate and Brock, and our entire crew of hundreds, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Good night from Southern California.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place. True indeed. Yes, I get the record, that's word on my seed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must